All right, welcome back to Who's Even Listening. This will be episode number 12. And we have a very, very special guest here that took a time out of his day to come on. Kevin, we appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come on here, my man.
Appreciate being invited.
Oh, no problem, man. We appreciate you coming on, man. You got a lot of. I was very happy to have you on immediately once we seen you. Were interested. So I just wanted to say to you, thank you again for taking the time out of your day to come on, and we're very happy to have you, man. We're very happy
Glad
to
to be
have you.
here.
And as always, just like and subscribe to the video, the social medias, or who's out there besides us, and at Andrew Doofendock if you'd like to find us on there. And always, as we preach, as always in the podcast, just make sure you're doing your part, spreading love, spreading forgiveness. Let's try to make this world a little better place for all of us to live in, and that's all we try to do. And Kevin, I know you got been through a lot in your life, but we're gonna start kind of dissecting it as best as we can here.
Sure.
But I really wanted to ask you this first of all to start it off. What was the turning point in your life when you realized positivity would be the best path forward for you?
I had actually probably when I was in 11th grade in high school.
Hmm.
My father became very sick.
Yeah.
We were clearing a ditch line, and my father was, I mean, I'm a big boy,
That's
but
right. That's right.
my father was like 6'1",
Hmm.
140 pounds, sort of built like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we always said that we used to push him away from the table, my brother and I, because my
Hmm.
brother's big too. But Dad would always wear a pair of jeans and no shirt, and we cleared this ditch, and he got a bunch of scrapes from greenbriers.
Okay. Okay.
And those greenbriers had a thing called sporo, which is basically sporo is sort of the I would say the seeds for fungi,
Okay. Gotcha.
sporotranchosis. And he got scratched up enough that he actually ended up having what has been recorded as the world's worst case of sporotranchosis.
How about that? Oh my goodness.
It's a disease that originates in countries in Africa.
Really? Okay.
Very
Okay.
rarely in the United States.
How about that?
We all actually get it. I don't know if you've ever been scratched by a thorn,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and the
Yeah. I haven't
scratch
really
mark
noticed.
ends up being like red,
Okay. Kind of like inflamed a little bit.
inflamed.
Yeah.
That is probably sporo. That's what's done. But
Gotcha.
my father did not have enough. He was low in his being
Okay.
immunity, and he ended up having like 100 legions over his body. And it was the same time where they were coming out with AIDS. Like everybody was
Okay.
getting
Okay.
sick, and they didn't know what AIDS was,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they thought he had leukemia. They thought he had AIDS. So he spent like a year and a half up in the University of Philadelphia,
Wow. Okay.
and
Gotcha.
so in 11th grade,
Oof.
I sort of had to become the man of the house.
Yeah. Understandable.
I mean, to the point where I would attend school 4 days a week. The school let me off on Friday so I could. We heated the house with wood, so I could cut
Yeah.
wood, and I would have
Do
jobs,
what was needed. Yeah.
work around farms and stuff. So, I could have been like that. Could have been one of the deals where I could feel sorry for myself that I had to do that.
Yeah.
But I decided that this was something that was a task set before me that I had to overcome.
Yeah.
And I think that was like sort of the start of me knowing how to get
To that
into
point.
that positive mindset.
No, you're right, and I think I number one, commend you for that, and I respect the heck out of you for that mindset and having dealt with all that. Number one, but I think a lot of us, I think, I don't want to speak for everybody, but it always usually takes for us to hit that rock bottom for us to realize the other route. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
and most of us, I think, even for myself and just most people I've talked to that have gotten to that point where they do think a little differently and try to view things like you said, even though it's bad, I view it as good. Like that's hard to do, but I think it takes for you to hit that certain point in your life for you to realize, how bad it truly can be and realize that, I don't want to live like this forever. I got to find a way to, put a spin on it per se. Maybe you can make the sense of how kind of you had to shift that in your
Well, it
sense.
provides you, sort of provides you with that foundation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, once you've done it, once you've been put in that situation and you overcome something in your
Yes.
life, then you can always go back to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, look, you know,
Yep.
I've already been through bad.
Yes.
I can be through bad again.
Yep. I've already learned how to deal with it. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Completely agree, man. And obviously, with your arm, I hate pointing things out to people, but I think you're very open with your issues with it. And what would you say? How is that the disability with your arm shaped how you are today, in a sense?
Well, what happened in 2016, I had a stroke.
Yep.
The stroke I had only affected my eyes, my peripheral vision,
Gotcha.
and my vision became perforated.
Okay.
Otherwise, it was sort of like if you shot something with a shotgun and then you had all like the shotgun holes.
Mm-hmm.
It was perforated, so I had black spots in my vision.
I see.
Well, it's really incredible. Your brain is incredible. If what happens is your vision fills your brain tells your vision to fill in that black spot with everything they see around it. So really, even though I have a perforated vision, I can't tell because my brain compensates for those holes in my vision.
Correct.
And I lost my peripheral vision, and I've also had a part of my brain that recognized the faces. Like it's sort of like that movie 50 First Dates. I'll meet you
Mm-hmm.
50
Yeah.
times,
Yeah.
and then you'd be like, hey Kevin, how you doing? I'll be like, okay, hey man, I don't remember you,
Yeah. Yeah. No.
which
Fair
is
enough.
sometimes embarrassing. My
No, I
wife helps me
understand.
because if it's somebody we know, she'll sit there and say, well, how's Jimmy or
And then it
how's
kind of clicked for you.
how's Debbie, and then you're like, oh, okay, hey, how you doing,
Yeah.
so and so. But so it was just my vision at first,
Okay.
and I was treated as such, just my vision. They told me I would never be able to drive again. That I had like a 300 million chance of driving again.
Mm.
And 18 months later, after I was taking the line of vision test, since it kept getting better, they would allow me to take that test.
I
And
see.
eventually I passed my driver's test.
I see.
So,
Okay.
like, I mean, that's almost a miracle.
Oh, you ain't kidding. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, not being able to drive, I mean,
It's rough. Yeah.
I feel for people that can't drive.
Yeah.
And, that's another thing where you sort of get to the point where you look back at it really could be this bad,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
So it was just my vision. And then over the years, doctors, and I'm not talking about like some doctor, like some hometown doctor. I'm talking about like University of Pennsylvania,
Yeah. The
University of
best of the
Maryland,
best. Yeah.
University of Virginia. Their medical systems had told me that my because this was actually in the back part of my brain, and they said that the leading edge of that stroke was like a scar tissue,
Okay.
and it was advancing and started slowly. I started losing mobility in my
Mm.
arm and some part of my legs.
I see.
Okay, but just recently, I went to Christiana
Okay.
because my local neurologist they're gone out, they're retiring. So I went to Christiana, and lo and behold, um, I've had two other strokes.
Wow.
And strokes are not, it's probably mini strokes, but they're not time stamps. So they can't
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
you what it
Correct.
was. But I started having them. So 2016 was my initial stroke. 2019 is when I started having problems with my arm. Okay.
Okay.
So probably within that time period. And then since then, so it just keeps on advancing, getting worse mobility,
I see.
Well, at first I felt like cramps. And then, it got to the point where it was almost like using a crab claw. I kid around and say I'm like a fiddler crab. I got one big arm and one small arm.
That's right. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong
Nah.
with that. Well, believe it or not, there's two things I'm going to bring up here. I didn't mention these to you yet. One of my buddies, Jacob Kimmy, is one of my best friends. He has since birth. He's had an arm that's like kind of like a Popeye arm.
Yeah.
It's just it has a blood flow issue, and it's one's just like looks like it's ripped, and his other one is small. So like he's had that since birth, and he's kind of one of them guys that just you wouldn't even notice it because he don't notice it, if that makes sense. Like he just kind
No,
of
I know
he
exactly.
lives it, and he's just kind of, no one ever takes notice to it because he doesn't point it out himself, and he just kind of goes on about his life and lives happily. So I think he can relate to you a lot too, and I'll definitely have to get you guys in touch. I think you would love him. And the other thing is, I don't know if I have a detached retina on my right eye,
Okay.
and I had that through work, and I was out for probably a long time, like 6 months or so. I had surgery on that. I had three
That's a
tears in
tough
it, got
deal.
detached, and I still can't see great with it. But like I said, just enough to drive, like you said. And that's the main thing. Like so that was took for me for a while because the surgery. I'm sure you have to literally lay face down for like a few weeks and stuff, and you can't even move. You know what I mean? You just got to reload, basically rebalance your eye out. So for me, that was like, I'm an ADHD guy, so that was like living hell for me. Like just being able to not move a cent. You know what I mean? Just be stuck, and not knowing if I could go back to work. You know what I mean? I was just so I relate to you a lot on that aspect with the vision stuff, and I you're right. Your brain does, I think, learn to compensate for other parts of it. Like you said, I might not have right, but your left gets a little smarter, or whatever the case is for per people. But I do find it very interesting the way you've had that
Well,
with
I'm
the eye
definitely an ADD
situation,
guy, God,
because
too.
that's pretty interesting, man. That's pretty interesting. I can tell. I'm about to say I can tell for sure. That's why I think we get along. But that's awesome, man. I can relate to you on that. I didn't even know the eye part
I
of it.
always think of the ADD as a superpower.
Yeah, we got to.
People people with
We got
ADD,
to.
they're superpower because most people think in linear. I
Hmm.
mean, one thought after another thought after another thought. Where people with ADD, you're thinking about 20 different
You're all
things.
over. Yeah.
You might be all over the place, and maybe you appear scatterbrained. But the thing
Correct.
about it is, you're working on
To you,
this,
it
you're
makes
working on
sense. Yeah.
that,
Yep.
you're working on this. But at the end of the day, you're getting done a lot more than someone who just can take one task one at a time.
Yes,
So it's a
completely agree.
superpower.
No, I agree.
Anyone that's watching
Completely
this
agree.
who has a kid
Well said.
with ADD, do not think of it as a bad thing.
Well said.
They're going to actually be a better person. Some of the greatest minds and the greatest business people have ADD.
Completely agree with that, man. I completely agree with that. You got to be able to have a bunch of different focuses because I think you said, I think we all get pretty stuck in our lives of routine. We're all routine people and we get stuck in doing a certain thing. But yeah, you're right. You kind of want to put focus in a bunch of areas, and sometimes that lets you do that, but it also can come off as crazy too, like you said. But it's finding that balance. It's a hard task, I think, for sure. And I wanted to get into your crafts. I know you were talking about your symbolism that you kind of have for most of your crafts. You want to get into the hand that you have with the alien hand real quick, and we can fly that up.
Well, I don't know where the camera part
You're
is.
good. It's right there. It's that little thing right there. I know it's hard
I
to see,
can't
but
open
you're
my
good.
hand. So my hand is basically closed. I go to OT twice a week,
Hmm.
and I do exercises all day long to try to stretch it out. But it's actually sort of clasped together like this.
I see.
And I can use this my pinchers a little bit. So I make some jewelry I make
Yeah.
is like earrings, and I got to put like a jump ring and stuff. So I got to hold things with this little.
Okay.
But I've
Okay.
made myself like little jigs where I can hold things and
I
work.
love it.
I made my own little tools to hold things with.
That's awesome, man.
But so my hand was so I started coming up with my business name. I called it Left Hand Designs just
Love
because
it.
my wife says the left hand designs it and the right hand makes it. That's what her
I
spiel is.
love it. I love it.
And
Love it.
but I sort of felt like I used the alien hand, and it was a joke. I mean, it's just a joke. Life's a joke. It should be a joke.
I agree. Completely
And
agree.
so I just made it's a three-finger alien hand, and I sort of said, "Well, that'll be my logo because my hand looks like an alien hand."
Yep.
My granddaughters, they weren't too keen on it. They were like, "Pop, why you making fun of yourself?" And I explained to them, if you can't make fun of yourself, who can you make fun of?
Yep.
You know.
That's well said, man. Well
So
said. I
that's what.
love
So
that.
my logo is the alien hand, and it's left-hand designs.
I love it, man.
You
Love it.
know.
We're definitely pulling that. Definitely, my wife's been telling me how cool your stuff is. So she really likes your stuff. So definitely make sure you check that out. We'll make sure we put stuff up for that for you because that's pretty awesome,
So
man.
so what so what they told me, part of the problem was is they told me I had Parkinson's,
Okay.
which I was like totally,
Thrown off by.
well, I was like sort of freaked out about it, and I was like, "You talking Michael J. Fox, Muhammad Ali Parkinson's? What are we talking here?"
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "No, there's like 50 different kinds of Parkinson's." And actually, I have a thing called dystonia, which is sort of like a nerve dysfunction.
Okay.
Um, but they treated me like I had Parkinson's, and they gave me medicine that was supposed to help open my hand up and keep it open at least. You know what I mean? I couldn't
Yes.
really use it much, but at least it wasn't like a claw, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for about 2.5 years, I was taking 24 pills a day,
Good Lord, man.
along with I ended up
Because
getting,
they're treating you for the wrong thing, is what you're saying.
at the end of the
Yeah.
day, they were.
Correct. Okay.
Okay, at the end of the day. And then on top of that, I have terrible, I've had a lot of joints replaced. I had both my knees replaced at the same time. I had the
Oof.
shoulder replaced. I broke my ankle, a compound ankle
God
fracture.
bless, man.
I messed my back up.
Mm.
So I do take pain management, and I take
Gotcha.
it correctly. Although I understand how people can be addicted to opiates.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
You know,
bad thing right now.
I
Yeah.
do understand that, but I do it just like, I take it like I'm supposed to,
Correct. Correct.
and it helps me get through the day.
Understandable. No, I
But it's the
completely
same
understand that.
doctor that prescribed that and helped me is the same one that told me to go home. You don't have Parkinson's. Go home and dump your Parkinson's medicine down the toilet. And it was like I was like for like 2.5 years, I was sleeping 18 hours a day, like 6 hours. I'd sleep, I'd wake up for a couple hours, I'd fall back asleep. I was in a daze. I
God
actually
bless.
was worried about having dementia, and that's
Yeah.
when I learned from testing that I had ADD.
Wow.
That's when I found that out. But
Holy crap.
because of my age, we didn't, if you acted up, you got a foot up your ass.
No, yeah, I understand. It's a different world. Yeah, it's all
Nobody
different
knew
world.
anything about ADD and stuff.
Correct.
But
Correct.
anyway, so they told me I had Parkinson's, and then when I got out of Parkinson's, when I got done taking, I flushed the toilet.
Correct. Correct.
Um, it was like a couple months. It was like waking up from a coma.
Mm.
Oh, I was like, I could think again.
Yeah.
I'm still not
Just
100%
slowly coming back to you,
because I
kind of.
did actually get through this having the strokes. I ended up having epilepsy.
Mm.
So I've been
God
hit with a
bless, man.
couple series of epileptic seizures.
Mm.
They came in swarms, and so I'm not 100%. I mean, sometimes if I write you an email, you think an 8-year-old did it with a crayon. Sometimes, I mean,
Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what
it's it's not. I'm not what I used to be.
understandable, man.
But I'm clear. I can do things. I can have this conversation with you,
Correct.
which I couldn't
Correct.
before.
Absolutely.
And the first thing I did is we had ended up buying my mother's house, and um, we renovated it. So the first thing I did once I come out of my Parkinson's stupor, drug stupor, I came out. I played general contractor and had guys come in and redo our house.
Okay. Gotcha.
Shout out to Kersey Contractor.
There we go. Okay, no, I went to school with Nathaniel. How about that? Yeah.
Nate did a lot of it.
How about that? I went to
Great
school
guy.
with Nathaniel. He is a good guy. He is a good guy.
So
Yep.
shout out to
How
those
about
guys.
that?
Did a
Absolutely. Absolutely.
wonderful job. So I did that. When I got done with that, I was like, what am I going to do? I mean, I can't like sit around and watch TV or watch the dogs all day. I mean, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
went on a mission to lose weight. I lost 80 pounds.
How about it? Congratulations, man. That's awesome, man. That's still awesome,
I got
man.
another
That's
80 I want to lose.
hey, that's all right. Hey, that's progress, man. That's awesome.
And
That's awesome.
I've gotten all my I've got diabetes, and
Gotcha.
I've got I've got myself. I got all my numbers right. I
That's
worked
right.
on getting all that right.
Yes,
And
sir.
so what's it going to do? I said, well, first thing I thought about was printing, laser printing,
For like shirts and stuff.
whatever. I didn't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
To be honest
Okay.
with you, I just
Gotcha.
I figured
Just
laser
trying to get
printing,
into something.
engraving,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
cutting
Just
stuff out.
everything.
And I looked into that, and the tools were expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked at like the craft artisan shows, started investigating that. Seems like there was so many people that there was a lot of that available.
I
It
see.
wasn't unique.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So then I thought about 3D printing because I think 3D printing's cool.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
And,
That's actually from downtown. One of my buddies, they do that. So that's a 3D printed pot right there.
and that's cool. I
Yeah.
like that. And then I found out you talk about expense. I mean, buying these printers, buying all the filament, and it takes forever to print that
To
out.
rent, yeah, to get it rendered,
I
yeah.
mean, it
Yeah.
just takes a long time. So then I like TikTok.
Okay.
Okay, I like TikTok, and am I worried about the Chinese thing about TikTok? No, I'm not worried about Chinese with me. Okay.
That's right. Okay. What
Now,
we
do I
got?
worry about young kids and them getting some algorithm
Getting sucked into something.
and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
learning and basically somebody toying with their heads? Yeah,
Manipulating. Yeah. That's what worries me too. Yeah.
I worry about that.
Me
But
too.
for
Me
me,
too.
63-year-old man, I'm not worried about that.
Correct. Correct.
And since I do have ADD, um, I like TikTok because it's 30-second, 1 minute videos.
Yeah. Just boom, 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 boom. You can go all around.
I
Yeah.
don't want to
Yeah.
watch a 20-minute
No, understandable.
YouTube
You want something quick.
explanation how to change out a battery in some kind of something. Okay?
No, you're right. You're right.
But TikTok, they get on there, you get it done, get it out, and quick.
It's a quick attention span. Yeah. No, you're
So
right.
I saw these rings that they took and made. They took coins and they turned them into rings.
Really.
And what you basically do is you take a coin and you cut out a centerpiece of it,
Okay.
and then you turn it inside out. Okay. You use different dies and
Interesting.
reducers and
Okay.
hydraulic pressure or hammers or a
Yeah.
arbor press, and you basically turn the ring inside out. So one side of the ring you can read on the outside, and the inside of the ring is the other side of the coin.
Oh,
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
So
Okay.
you can
Okay.
read so that all the words or all the little pictures and stuff, except for that center half
Center
inch
middle.
piece that
Yeah.
popped out, you can see that. And then you can see
That's pretty cool. No, that's awesome.
and then the reeded edge, that like that ribbed edge that you see on the
Yeah.
coin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there too. So you can sit there and say, well, this is the coin. And you can see the year on there. Because a lot of times people like to have the year.
Correct. Yep. Yep.
And so I thought that was cool.
That is.
So I learned how to do that, bought the tools.
Oh,
I
cool.
already been collecting coins my whole entire life, so I had a good selection of coins to start off with as material.
Absolutely.
And then I was doing that. Then I saw people doing things with silverware, repurposing silverware. And they
Okay.
were making rings out of them, and bracelets, and necklaces, and pendants, and earrings. And I was like, well, this is cool. And so I probably have 600 pieces of silverware in my house, which my wife's not so thrilled about. And every grandmother within 30 miles from here that sells their souvenir spoons, you probably seen them where they
Yeah.
hang on the
Yeah.
wall. Well, I buy like 40, 50, 20. I buy the whole thing. Right? And sometimes even the display cases.
Really?
Yeah, and then out of those rings, probably 20 of them I can use, and then I sell the other ones for $1 a piece on in bulk.
Okay.
But I turn those souvenir ones are the best ones
How
to make
about
into
that?
rings and to pendants
I would never thought. How
and
about
earrings.
that?
And that's TikTok too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And TikTok has all kinds
Oh,
of
you ain't kidding. Yeah.
So I still watch, like I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I'm still
Mm-hmm.
learning. Find something new. I'll watch somebody do something. I'm like, oh, there's a little twist to it. If I did that, it would look better. Or learn
No,
how to
that's all
polish and stuff.
smart, man.
So that's what I got. So I said, and this is unique because nobody's doing it. I mean,
Correct.
eventually somebody's going to do it.
Correct.
You know what I
Correct.
mean? It's
But
like anything.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very true.
I mean, the first podcast guy said the same thing.
That's very true too.
Yeah.
Very true. Yep.
So when I do go to these different events, it's unique, and I get invited to a lot of events because it's like, oh, here's something new.
Yep.
And I find that I have found sort of what my core customer base or what's
Your niche, like your niche.
niche,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
what's in my kitchen. What's in my kitchen there is bikers, the gay community,
Fair enough. Okay.
people that so I go to pride events.
Okay.
Um, people that like smoking weed,
I was gonna say, I bet that too. Yep.
music,
Mm-hmm.
and Vikings.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
Viking
sense.
events.
That
And
makes
this
sense.
weekend, Saturday, I'm going up to Marcus Hook and going to their annual pirate.
believe it or not, my wife, she's not gonna let me say this, but her family was big into like the pirate community. They were big into that, so that's
Oh,
actually
that's
funny
really
you
cool.
say
They're
that.
nice people.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, these people, actually, all these groups are fantastic
Oh yeah,
groups.
most everybody I've met at least, and yeah,
I
they've all
mean,
been nice as could be. Yeah,
and they like like a big, they like silver rings and the fact it's coming, it's a coin
yeah, it's
or
legit.
thing, or
Yeah, it's not fake,
they
and
like repurposed
I
stuff.
agree. I agree.
They like, hey, look, I got this ring from this guy. He made it out of a certain
No, it makes it
spoon,
so much cooler, man. Instead of
and
somebody just buying it off Amazon, somebody just making it in the factory,
and
man.
nobody else has it.
Yes, yeah,
There's no
absolutely.
because no matter how you twist it or push it or wherever along that segment of that spoon you cut your piece out to fit your ring,
Yep.
there's never two the same.
Yep. No, that's awesome, man. I think that's a great idea, man.
So that's sort of how I got into that.
No, but it's awesome. Like I said, my wife was telling me about all. She loves it. She's big into that stuff. There's times for sure just go to the. You've probably heard about it and been there maybe. That in Lancaster, it's kind of outside, but they got that huge flea market. It's like called Green Dragon, I think, or
Oh man,
something like that.
my mom and wife were big time
Ooh,
into it.
that's all. She loves that thing, man. I didn't know
She
if
would
you knew
take
about it. I
bus. They
figured you
take
would know
bus.
something about
They
it.
take bus trips.
How about that?
I think burnt down.
Really, we were just there a little bit ago. Like recently, did it?
Well, it's in, they must have rebuilt.
Okay, I'm about to say,
And
we were just there.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might have been a lot bigger than it was then, than what we seen then. You know what I mean? We
I've
might have
never
just seen
been. I
so.
just know that they would make
Yeah,
a
I'm not sure
journey
what
up.
it was before. I
They
only
would
went
make a journey
recently.
up
Yeah,
there, and
yeah, it's apparently a pretty big deal. I mean, good lord, it was packed. I mean, that was one of the biggest spots I've seen for that, at least that I've been to. I thought it was pretty crazy. But no, yeah, definitely a lot of different stuff there. But no, that's awesome, man. That's all. And obviously, before we get away from the craft stuff, you want to maybe give me? I know you were joking about it, but you want to talk about the festival you were just at. You were talking about. You would give me a little rundown on that.
so we attended Weedstock,
Mm-hmm.
and we were actually, I was actually, a friend of mine who's a crafter said, "Hey, you got to go to Weedstock." I went there last year, and they would just like love your stuff,
No, yeah.
and so we did. It was $300
For the vendor fee.
for a vendor fee
Yeah.
for a 10 by 10,
Okay.
and that's a lot.
No, that's yeah.
Usually they're like
No,
75 to $100.
that's a big fender
Yeah,
fee. Yeah.
but it was 3 days. It was Friday, so Friday from 5:30 to midnight, which is like the only show I know of that went that long. It's the only show I know of.
Gotcha.
Then Saturday was 12 to midnight,
Mm.
and then Sunday was 12 to 6.
Okay.
That's a lot of time,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and it actually pushed my physical abilities.
I bet.
And
I bet.
so, and then we had a grandchild this weekend, our third granddaughter.
Oh God! Congratulations,
So
man.
my wife was watching the two granddaughters, so I had to set up and get ready myself. But I had some friends of mine who were camping up there.
Oh, okay.
Bunch of 63-year-old guys
That's right. How
hanging
about
out,
it? How about it?
hanging out up there. But they helped me out, so that was pretty cool. Actually, there was three of them. So
That's awesome,
yeah,
man.
so that was pretty cool.
No, at
But
least
the place was nice, great. Okay, you know, it was
yeah, I've never been, so I was curious. Yeah,
well,
I've
it was
never
even
been.
keeled.
Okay,
Okay, it was even keeled. The music was great.
gotcha.
They had a lot of bands, like 20 bands played.
Oh, awesome,
I mean,
awesome.
it was very diverse, very diverse group of people. I mean,
Okay.
it was like every race
Oh, that's awesome,
or
man.
every sexual orientation.
I love that. Love that.
I mean, there was no. I mean, and everybody was getting along. It was fine.
I love it, man.
Some of the things I didn't realize. I mean, life has escaped me. I mean, I had, I'm not going to say I never smoked marijuana, but
Yeah,
I did when I was younger.
yeah, yeah.
You get to the point where you get drug tested,
Mm-hmm.
you almost got to stop if you want a job and a career, you
Correct.
know.
Correct.
Because I do think it's not that bad. I'd
Yeah.
rather see somebody smoke marijuana than drink alcohol.
Yeah, that's where I kind of feel. That's where my stance is. Not 'cause that's where I'm at because I feel like we amplify the use of alcohol like it's normal. You know what I mean? Like we normalize that.
Yeah.
Like for example, we live in Melford, Delaware, and we got about 6 liquor stores. There's no need for that many liquor stores in Melford, but that's what we have. But it's because that's what we're promoting to people is that we're pushing that alcohol. But like you said, I think it's more detrimental to you than
Yeah.
marijuana is personally. But that's just my
Oh,
opinion. That's just my opinion.
I've seen a lot of people's lives and um, um, lot personal health and their lives get ruined because of
Yeah,
alcohol.
yeah.
Where I really
I
don't
haven't
know
really seen
anybody.
it
I've
with yeah.
never really known anybody who's been.
I'm right there with
I
you on
mean,
that.
drugs, yes,
Yeah, but not yeah. I'm
but
right.
not
Correct.
marijuana. You know what
Correct.
I mean?
Correct.
Now, I will say that I mean, this manufactured or when I was a kid, I mean, it was just dirt.
Yeah, I've heard my mom was telling me about. She said it was awful.
It was the same
Yeah.
probably the grass that when grass gets too long in your
Yeah.
yard, I mean, it dries out. I think they put that in the bag or
Yeah,
something.
I heard it wasn't too good.
But
Yeah,
these days, it smells. I don't like the smell of it.
that's fair.
You
That's
know what I mean?
fair.
And boy, did I smell it this weekend.
Mm.
And I've never seen so much for sale. And I'll leave it at that.
No, fair enough. Because I mean, yeah, because it just now, what in August we became legal, right? Here, I
Yeah.
believe it was August,
And
right?
everybody was taking advantage of it.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, I bet. That's what I was assuming. Yeah.
And they must infuse it in everything.
Yeah, they even got food. Well, shoot, I mean, I live in LA for a year, and then I have a few buddies that live in Las Vegas, and they have restaurants out there, you know what I mean, that are the whole menu is THC infused.
Well, I
It's
believe it.
crazy. It's
Well, I
crazy.
mean, it could have been there.
Yeah, I believe it. It probably was. That's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. It
it was
probably was.
honey
Probably was.
infused and butter infused and hand cream infused. I mean, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, it is. It's
Drink
a whole different
infused.
world. Yeah, and they
No
got
clue how they did it, but
liquor with it now. Because my mom was telling me, what's his name? Oh God, why can't I think of his name right now? Oh man, it's gonna kill. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. Um,
we had this issue before we started.
yeah, we did. Good Lord, the country.
I'm glad to see
Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson took me a little bit. He's got apparently a drink he's selling that's
I
pretty
seen
much
that on
THC
Facebook,
infuser
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, it took me a
I
second.
looked at that and actually, but I wanted to know how much it cost.
My mom said pretty expensive. She said it
Yeah,
was. She said
yeah.
it was pretty expensive.
Real expensive.
Yeah.
Like $80 a bottle.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
pretty. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you need. I don't know what the serving size is, but yeah, that does sound a little crazy.
It does.
That does sound a little crazy, man.
Well, I do know that people were telling me that whatever they're selling there at the festival was
You're good. You can keep talking. I'm just gonna check on them.
25% the price of what they get at the dispensary. But we had a good weekend, made some money, made some friends.
That's all we can do, man. That's all we can. No, I've never made my way out there or anything. I haven't been to too many festivals like that. I would definitely like to, but no, I haven't. I haven't made my way out there. I've heard a few of my friends talk about it, but I've never went. But no, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So we definitely need some more. I always bring this up. I feel like we don't have many of that around here either. Not just that in general, but like that kind of event or culture. It's hard to find that in this area. I feel like sometimes.
I mean, I think it was nice when they had Firefly.
Yeah, and they took that away. Yeah, and that's cool. But to be fair, I kind of saw that coming. But the location for that was pretty. Because I feel like that was going to be an issue. Because they just put it in the woods. I feel like they could have regulated that a little better. Because they had so many issues with that. I know how many people that I knew personally even snuck into that. Because you could just. It was the woods. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't really. I think that was like a problem waiting to happen in my opinion. But will miss it. But I kind of saw that one was going to go downhill quick.
The biggest problem with a lot of stuff is insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah,
I mean,
what people are doing out there.
Whoever owns the ground or the facility.
You got people staying out there for 4 nights and stuff.
I mean, that's taking a hell of a risk.
Yeah, yeah.
And their insurance companies don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know how they.
Unfortunately, that's what we've become to. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's the whole world now, man. You ain't kidding. It sadly is that way. But all right, so let's go a little more positive here. Let's do I guess this is the best thing I can word this as. If someone is listening right now struggling, what would you say to them that they could do today to feel a little better? If you had to give somebody advice.
You know, I'll probably describe it this way. Okay. And this is very cliche, but there's always somebody worse than you.
Yeah, that's true.
And when I'm down, I feel down, there's a lot of things, times I think about some situation that's worse. I get disgusted sometimes when I can't use both hands.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've seen videos of these people with no arms, and they feed themselves. They make their clothes.
Yeah.
They put their
Find a way to
clothes. I
do it.
mean, make their dinners. They do everything with no hands or arms. So how can I really complain?
Yeah.
I mean, there's always somebody a lot worse than you. There's always somebody a little bit has something a lot worse than you.
Yeah.
And whatever your situation is, you're not the only one going through
Correct.
it. And family and friends you got to learn to lean on people.
Well said. Well said.
You can't be, and you can't be afraid to admit your problem
Yeah.
or your issue or
That's how I
whatever.
thought
I
it.
mean, you've got to be able to sit there and tell. There's people you can tell.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have anybody to tell,
Yep.
That's
where it gets rough. Yeah.
It does get rough.
That's where it gets
rough.
rough.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of strangers that'll, if you talk to somebody, they'll talk to you.
Absolutely. Now there is good people out there. I think sometimes we do tend to forget that, and it's as bad as the world can be sometimes. The people, especially the way it is now.
I mean, your teachers, your pastors. I mean, they're people that you can go to.
Correct.
But sometimes even but you might not want to hear this. But a lot of times there's a lot of good police officers out there too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, I've had good handles with people too. I agree completely.
And,
there's good and bad at everything. You know what I mean?
They're
There's good and bad in everything.
They're there to help. Or go visit a senior center.
That's true too.
Because
that's a good point.
There is all kinds of people that want to talk to you.
Correct. Would love to.
And,
yep.
and you helping them out by talking to them.
Yes, sir.
Will sort of help you with your situation.
No, I completely agree. There was when I was a kid, I'm probably about 14 or 15. I'd volunteered at the Veterans Home for the summer. And that was one of the best things I ever did. You know what I mean? Like you said, people they just want to have that interaction. Like they're just missing that camaraderie with people and that friendsmanship that they want. And sometimes that can change somebody's whole day. Absolutely.
Volunteerism is a good way to. I mean, it's actually will help somebody.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I wish more people did it. Yeah, it's hard to. It's not many people do it anymore, at least in my generation. But I'm trying to change that. Like you said, we should be picking up trash more. Just that's what we should do on our days off. Sometimes we don't know why people don't do that. Food banks there, there's so much we could all be doing more in our lives. That's what I always try to bring up is. We all try to want other people to do it. Like we all point fingers at somebody to fix it for us, whether it's the government or someone else. But the truth is we could all be doing our own little part individually, even if it's a little compared to other people's. It still matters. We can all be doing.
You can't do enough.
Absolutely. We have no way we can do enough. I absolutely agree with that, man. But yeah, so that's the one thing I wanted to bring up too, because I do think that we all tend to, like you said, we all tend to have that victim mentality. That we all think that we got it so bad. But there's, like you said, it's all perspective. It's all perspective. It's how we view things. And if we continue to tell ourselves we got it bad, we're gonna feel that way. You're never gonna get out of it if you continue to feed yourself that routine over and over. Like you said, we got to find ways to look at things differently, to shift our mind, to shift our perspective into positive ways, and learn to view things in a positive light and just make this world better. Like I said, I think we're all so worried about, because this world is, like I said, if you just live on social media, the world looks terrible. It depicts it in an awful, awful way. And a lot of people, young people, are getting so sucked in to thinking that this is all it is. And we all got to realize, like, there is good people out there. There is people, like you said, that we can lean on to. If we're in a time of need, we're in a time where we just can't get out of our head, we got to find ways to express ourselves and do it in a peaceful manner. And we all can do a better job of being there for one another too. And that's one thing we all need to realize and be better at, and be more aware of other people struggling, and let's try to help people.
But you got to be able to accept help.
That's true too. And that's true too. That's very true.
And for me, that was like one of the hardest things that
completely agree with that.
For me, I mean, like this weekend, I was I was getting tired, so I don't only use a cane if I'm on uneven ground and I'm tired, and I will use a cane just to make sure.
No, absolutely.
And I had gone to go get lunch for my wife, and on the way back, one of the guards or the security people guys that he called me Pops. He all weekend long called me Pops.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "You want me to carry that for you, Pops?" any other time I would have struggled. I would have struggled to the point of dropping whatever
Yeah,
I was carrying
yeah.
all the way back to my
Just to
tent,
prove the point. Yeah,
or just because you know just. But I was like, yeah, man, if you don't mind, would you carry this for me? And that was like my wife was even like, oh my God, look at you.
yeah.
You know,
No, it's a big stuff. It's,
did
it's
you?
hard.
She's
It's
like, did
hard.
you ask him or did he ask you? I said, well, he asked me and I accepted.
Yeah.
She was like, wow, wow.
No, you're right. We're all stuck. We're all sometimes too stubborn and hard headed to ask for help. Like you said, sometimes the hardest thing is to even admit that you have a problem and ask to help. And I
And at the end of the
completely
day, I
agree.
think he
Completely
helped.
agree.
I think he actually helped. Felt good about helping me. So we
It's a
both,
win-win.
we sort of got a win-win out of it.
Absolutely, man. That's well said, man. That's a good outlook there, man. Um, I guess let's do a few more on here because honestly, I'm doing really good here on time. I'll say this: what's one thing in the world that always lifts your spirits no matter what?
My granddaughters.
Love it. Okay, I kind of thought you were gonna go there.
I mean, my granddaughters.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
music.
Yeah, okay. Give me your favorite music after you go on about the granddaughters. I definitely want
Well,
to hear your favorite
favorite
music.
music. I like I like all kinds of music.
Love it.
I'm not much on classical music.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean, I like classic rock.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Um, I like classic rock. I like old country. I like new country.
Okay.
I like country rap.
Okay.
I like Young Gravy
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard him in a while. Yeah, okay.
and,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that group of artists that go along with
The
him.
goofy kind of
Yeah,
style. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
Goofy.
Absolutely.
That's me.
Yeah, no, it's a good I like that too, man.
Yeah,
No,
like
yeah.
I
We
mean,
all need to laugh. I agree. I
I like
agree.
I like that. I like you know uh, pretty much like I say. I pretty much like any kind of music.
No, absolutely, man. That's a good
I mean,
thing.
if you're
That's
going
a
to tell
good
me,
thing.
if you were going to say, well, okay, so what's the song? What's your go-to song? I'd put AC/DC
Oh,
Thunderstruck.
okay, nothing wrong with that, man. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
You know,
That's a good pick.
I mean, I like the Beatles, the Stones, the Kinks. I mean, I like that stuff a lot. I play that a lot.
Okay.
I play the hell out of Morgan Wallen right now.
Okay, yeah, I haven't got into him too much, but yeah, I'm not big on the new people, so I'm not too just cultured into the new stuff myself. But
Morgan, well, I'd say check him out.
yeah, I have. I'm just not a big country guy in general, though, to be honest.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not a
and
huge.
I don't think country's like the old.
Yeah,
The new country's different.
yeah.
I mean, I
I
think it's.
like I like the older, but I'm more like I like the more feeling country, to
Oh
be
yeah,
honest. Like I'm not a
you
big.
can't go
Yeah,
wrong
I
with
like
Alan
Alan
Jackson.
Jackson, Darius Rucker. Like those are the ones I like. But yeah, those are the
Yeah,
ones I like for sure.
yeah.
But no.
George Jones, I like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My grandpa's huge on him. Yeah. 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 No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. But no, I'm with you too. It's hard for me to. I'll listen to anything. I'm right there. I'll listen to anything. I'm not too.
My brother, Rodney, he goes by Rodney Allen for his music, but
Okay.
he he's always been musically talented. I have a hard time playing Spotify. And
Got you.
about 2 3 years ago, he picked up a guitar and he's playing gigs.
How about
He's
that?
playing at a paid gig down. I don't remember where this is. It's at a theater, and he's actually been on two recorded albums so far,
Heck yeah, man.
and he's doing fantastic. You know
That's
what I mean?
awesome.
So he got all the musical talent in the family.
That's right. Got all. That's right. That's sometimes that's how it works. My dad, he can't do any of the music stuff, but he can do all the. He can write, but he can't. It's weird how it works. So you can. Yeah, everybody's just got a little different kink, man. Everybody's got different strengths and weaknesses, man. It's weird how that works, but.
Well, he's been sober, I think for well, since 2011.
Hmm.
He's been sober since 2011.
That's awesome.
So proud of him.
That's awesome.
He didn't allow it. He beat that. It didn't let it control his life. And he's wrote a song about becoming sober
Gotcha.
that he played up to a gig he had up in Newcastle,
Hmm.
and it brought a tear to my eye.
Oh, that's awesome,
When
man.
music. I mean, it was had a lot of feeling in that song.
Absolutely, man. That's what we need a lot more of. It's hard to find that nowadays, man. A lot of music, in my opinion, nowadays is just kind of. Man, to be fair, there's a lot of AI music now too, which has gotten.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
crazy.
not a fan of not a fan of that. So it's a whole new world, man. It's a whole new
Yeah,
world now.
then you hear somebody live, and you're like, well, hey,
Yeah, they don't even know how to do it half the
yeah,
time.
he couldn't even. Here he is.
Hmm.
He's got recording albums,
And they can't even restate
and
the. Yep.
he couldn't even win American Idol.
Yep. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's kind of all now behind the scenes now. Everything's kind of just, yeah, there's not much more artistry in it anymore. And same with even the movies and stuff now. I mean, you can bring it to that. I mean, a lot of the stuff is now just pretty much AI writing the scripts, and you can almost tell. You know what I mean? Because like back in the day, like I bring up the comedy aspect. I'm sure you know this. Even 10 or 15 years ago, the comedy that you had then to now, I mean, like you can't even play that stuff anymore.
Oh,
Like you couldn't even have. It's like the whole comedy, like they've written all these scripts. And it's just so. It's not even original anymore. Just none of it just feels original anymore. Any of this new stuff. That's what's so sad to me. It just feels so not authentic. I guess is the best word. It just doesn't feel authentic as it used to be.
these damn comedians, they got to walk on
Thin ice.
eggshells. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Just yeah. They say one thing, they're canceled. Yep, absolutely. You're 100% correct.
I
It's a
mean,
whole.
I mean, you know, not. I'm not. You asked me here to be political, but
Oh, you're fine, mate.
you know, I mean, I think it's this terrible thing about this Charlie Kirk being killed
Yeah.
because he got killed from his wife and his kids, all them other kids. Um, if you're going to ask me what I think of Charlie Kirk, I think Charlie Kirk was a great person, a good person. Um, and I think that he really believed in free speech. I mean, he was a big proponent of that. And he would do that thing on college campuses or change my mind.
Mm,
I was never really, which I loved. I mean, I think he helped a lot of people see a different side of things
mm.
that academia would not allow them to do otherwise.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was never really a big fan of his delivery.
Yeah.
I actually made a post about this
Yeah.
today in Facebook. I was never just his delivery. I mean, I was not a big fan of his delivery, but his words and what he said and he did, I just sort of thought sometimes when he talked to some of the kids was not,
I
he
agree
was
with
letting
that.
them to talk, but
It
but
was almost like demeaning them, almost like it was putting them down.
I sort of
Sometimes I
felt
felt
that
that
way.
way. I did too.
I
I
felt
agree.
that
I
way.
agree with that. I agree
I
with
mean,
that.
but I'm not going to take anything away from the guy because I
Correct.
really do. But
I agree with
what's
that though.
going on with? Here's the thing, man. Free speech, okay, is free speech.
Correct.
Hate speech is free speech. I don't have to like what someone says, as long as you're not yelling fire in a crowded theater, or you're not sitting there inciting a riot,
Situationally, yes.
or
Correct.
telling
Correct.
somebody go kill this person.
I agree.
I mean, that's dangerous speech. I don't
Cor-
consider that hate speech.
correct. Correct.
I don't
That's
have
more
to.
threatened. Yeah, it's a threat. Yeah.
I don't have to like what you say. I can think what you say is disgusting and vile.
Correct.
But free speech is free speech, and that's
Correct.
what. And then, you know,
Well
I
said.
really don't know what you talk about comedians. I never really found. I found him to be really funny when he did the Man Show. The boy that was canceled yesterday.
Oh, Kimmel.
Yeah,
You talking about Kimmel? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he
Kimmel.
was hilarious
Yeah,
back in the day.
yeah.
I just sort of thought he was smug, you know,
Through
lately.
time, yeah, yeah. I agree with
And
that.
but I didn't see any. To me, anything he said did not. To me, was free speech. But
Yeah, yeah. I
here's the
agree.
thing:
I agree.
if you're working for somebody, there is no free speech.
That's yeah. That's true.
That's the
It's up to
difference.
them. Yeah.
So if you don't, if your employer doesn't like what you're saying, or if you're saying things that they don't represent their views,
You can say I'm just not on their show.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
just like
yeah.
that person that wanted to have like flyers come out of the Staples. Okay,
Okay.
they went in. There's going to be a visual for Charlie Kirk. They wanted flyers, and they said we don't do it because it's political. Or
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Okay.
this lady said we're not going to do that. But in reality, that's not up to her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean
Oh yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree.
I mean but but they're calling it for her to be fired. Well, she should only be fired if Staples says that no, we're supposed to print whatever. You know what I mean?
No,
I,
yeah, you're right. It depends. That's where it does get tricky. Then you got the individual and a corporation in one.
yeah.
Now you're making a argument for yeah. That's where it does get tricky. You're 100% right. Because like you said, I'm with you on the Kimmel thing. I didn't. I watched a little bit of what he said just to try to get. I wanted to see the exact wording of what he said
Yeah.
before they took it out of context. You know how it goes. You read whichever news you're looking at is going to depict it whatever way. But
Right.
I was trying to just get the actual clip of what he said, and I thought the same. I thought it was. I mean, once again, it goes back to interpretation. Everyone interprets it because he's saying it differently. We all can just like we say, someone can take it completely out of context, and it may not even be what he meant. You know what I mean? So I didn't feel like you said anything he said was like a threat per se. You know what I mean? I didn't take it like a threat. So I thought it was but I also think that they might be using that as like a kind of like the example. You know how it goes? Like some people kind of just get used as like the
Well,
and I hate to say he might have got caught in that crossfire of it too, where they were just like, or they wanted to just get rid of him. Sad to say, they might have wanted to already get
well,
rid of
these
him. This
guys
was
are
like a way to
losing
get rid of him.
30 to 40 million dollars a year.
So maybe they just wanted to get rid of him.
I mean, it's not Johnny Carson.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Carson was not political. You know what I mean?
So
And he didn't take sides.
yeah, no,
And it
that's
was
how it should
funny.
be. That's how it should
And
be.
then now there's like 6 or 7 of these
Yeah,
guys, and
and they
they're
all got certain sides. Yeah,
and they're very political,
yeah, I'm with you.
and they're
Well
not making
said.
any money
Well
because
said.
they're sharing all the customer base.
Yeah, they only got a certain, like you said, a cult following of who believes with their alignment. Really,
There's
yeah.
only so many people watching late night TV.
Yep,
So
exactly.
it's not so if you're splitting 30 million people and you're only getting 7 of them.
Yep.
Where I don't know. I have no idea what Johnny Carson had.
Yeah, but way better. I'm sure way better. I'm
But
sure 100% agree.
whoever's watched late night was
Yeah,
watching him.
correct. Completely agree. Yeah, there was some OG. Yeah, but I agree. Late night's kind of taking its run,
I
I
mean, I
think.
sort of that's some ADD of mine where I went off from being a comedian. I just thought of comedian Kimmel.
Mm-hmm.
He to me he did free speech and then he gets canceled.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I don't
I
think
didn't
he
have
said
to agree
anything
with
that
what he
was
said,
correct.
but
Yeah.
there's this thing on the TV called, well, we don't have that anymore. There's a TV, there's a remote.
Yeah.
You can watch something else.
True. Yep,
If you don't
exactly. You don't like it,
you
go
don't have
click
to
to the
watch
next
it.
one.
You
Yep.
don't have to
Well
watch
said.
it.
Well said, man. No, that it goes back to what we say all the time. Yeah, we're keeping them employed. We're the ones putting the TV on. Yeah, we're the ones clicking play.
Yeah.
So it is up to us.
There's
Yeah,
900 channels. What the hell?
you're 100% right. You go pick another one. I'm with you, man. Well, once again, man, I just want to once again thank you for taking the time out of your day, man. And we will, if you're more than welcome to come on any other time, and your wife's more than welcome to come on as well. I would love to get her perspective too. But I wanted to thank you again for taking the time. And if there's anything else you'd like to add or tell anybody, you're more than welcome to, my man.
Well, you know what? I think Milford. I mean, we're based out of
Yeah,
Milford,
yeah,
and I think Milford's a great town.
yeah. It's
Great.
growing. It's growing. That's for sure.
Yes,
Ooh,
all places, Sussex County.
ooh.
But I think Milford's a great town. I think it's great people. I helped with youth baseball for like 18 years,
Yeah.
and
Awesome, man.
got to know a lot of people,
Yeah.
and it's really a great place to be.
Absolutely. No, I did. I think so too, man. It's definitely. As long as it don't get too overpopulated, that's the only thing that worries me. Because, whew, it is getting. We only got so much room for good lord, but it is. I love Melford. I've been here my whole life, and besides, like I said, when I moved out for 1 year, but this has always been home to me, and my family's been here for as long as I know. And yeah, it's a good place. There's a lot of good people, and yeah, you meet a lot of good people. But there is a lot of room for improvement still. I think you would agree, but we could definitely find ways to make more available for especially young people. Because that's the one thing with having a son. We just it's very hard to find consistent things to do around here for young people. I think, and that's good things if that makes sense. So I think we could try to maybe hopefully find more ways to incorporate the youth. Like,
Well, I heard, I found, I feel bad for you to say that because I mean I remember when my kids were growing up. I mean there was the skating rink. I mean
yeah,
there's things that are missing now.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because the game's not there anymore. I remember that ice rink just got taken out. They just took the ice rink
Yeah,
out.
which is ridiculous.
And the Boys and Girls Club love that, but you can't even play open basketball there. You can't go. You can't go unless you have a certain time block, and it's like a whole. scheduling process. It's just not easy. Like I said, it's just they made it so difficult for people to.
And the Parks and Rec program was always great. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know what
that's
it is
yeah.
now.
I haven't heard great things, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, as a kid, I loved it, man. I love sports and everything. So I just hope we can find better ways to do that because does seem like we're kind of going downhill with that stuff for the kids. So I do hope we can. And the only good thing I will shout them out. The only one good thing we still have Sam's bowling alley. Bowling alley still stayed
Oh
true.
yeah, the bowling.
That stayed true, but that's about the one of the main ones that stayed true.
Yeah, I forgot that. That was
Yeah,
great.
that's still a
And
good
the,
one.
and the, and the people that own it are great people.
Yes, they are phenomenal. He is. Yeah, they're awesome. They are the fries, right? The fries,
Yes,
right? Yep,
fries.
the
Yep.
fries. Man, they're awesome. They're awesome. No, yeah, absolutely, man. But like I said, man, I can't thank you enough for coming on, and I'm
Well,
sure
thank
we'll
you very
definitely
much.
be in touch again soon, man. And hopefully the Lions and the Steelers go good for you this year. You got Aaron Rod. Before I get you, gotta get your Aaron Rodgers take for your Steelers guy. What are we expecting here with Aaron Rodgers?
So I actually despise Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, I don't blame you from the antics by now.
I mean, he beat us in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? But that's not his fault. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. Watched an interview one time where there was people were coming up getting pictures, and it was a dad and his son, and the dad walked up to him. His dad was probably like 2 inches taller than Aaron Rodgers, and he told Aaron Rodgers, "I thought you would be taller." And Aaron Rodgers like stormed away, off, quit, autographs, everything, because this guy said that.
Yeah, I have to check that. I have not seen that. I
Yeah,
believe you, but I have not seen. I have to
yeah, I'm
watch
sure
that.
it's got to be out
I'll
there.
have
It's
definitely
something.
have to watch. That's
But
crazy. I'll pull it up. I did not see that. Holy
and
crap.
I was like, oh, I can't respect this guy.
No, I wouldn't. That's
But I feel
understandable.
good. I feel good
That's
about
understandable.
him being on the Steelers. I mean, to me, I think he's the only real legit quarterback we've had since Ben. He's old,
Yeah.
so he can't scramble as much. I don't think our offensive line are so like me.
It's
The
all right. Yeah.
the offensive line
Isn't too
is strong enough to
to hold him
keep
up.
him
Yeah,
from being beat to hell.
I would agree with that.
But
Well, like I said, even if they were, it's still hard to keep him up. I think at that age, whew,
yeah.
I think that's a hard task for any O line. Good lord. But yeah, no, yeah, we'll see, man. It's gonna be an interesting year. We got a lot of kind of QBs on their back end right now.
I'm glad football's back.
Me too, me too.
I'm a
It's
Penn State fan,
okay.
and they're projected to do well.
No,
So
you guys are looking great. You guys are looking great.
I
That's for
haven't played
sure.
anybody yet, so
Well, that's true. That's yeah. You know how the first week goes usually. Yeah.
we play Ohio State.
Yeah, that'll be the real test. I hope you can beat them. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I'm a Notre Dame fan, so
Oh,
I would like to see that. So we'll see.
got some friends in the family
We'll
that
see.
are.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of them. We're definitely. That's one thing that out of most of my teams, I'm not too. They don't have many fan bases, but Notre Dame, yeah, it's kind of hard not to find somebody like Notre Dame. They're one of the bigger ones. Good lord, yeah, you can't not find somebody Notre Dame. Sadly, but
But I really appreciate you inviting me here.
oh, anytime, man. You're
Let
more than
me
welcome
tell
to
my
come on
story. Let
again.
me tell my
Absolutely,
story.
I appreciate you telling it, man. I
All right.
appreciate you telling it, and thank you again. And as always, this is Who's Even Listening, and make sure you like and subscribe to the video. And as always, just spread love, spread forgiveness, spread kindness. Let's try to do our part in the world and make this world a little better place. And make sure we're doing everything we can to influence others to want to do that as well. And all we can do is be a leader in our life and try to make influence on others to want to do that as well. And have a good night, good morning, good breakfast. Make sure you go to Westside. And as always, just do your part and spread love and forgiveness. ELE, everybody love everybody. And once again, thank you, Kevin. And
Peace and love.
peace and love. Yes, sir. And this is Who's Even Listening, signing off.